Uh, uh, hmm. She could sit down here, but that fucking shit dripping here. Yeah. Guess we're in a good spot. All right. What's up, Gamer Stance? What's going on, man? Yeah, I don't know what that means, derping. Not sure what that means. L for the NPCs? Guess so. Yeah, I just started. Yeah. Means killing time. Yeah, pretty much, man. I think the days are going by fast for me. That's for sure. It's already gonna be the new year already. Need some weed. Gotta re up or something. Yeah, should have known that word. I'm living under the rock. I'm living under the rock. Yeah, I feel that, man. Sometimes getting high can be a good cope. Yeah, it's like a coffee, right? You need that coffee to be right. It's kind of the same with weed or something. What's up, couple of beers? What's going on, man? It's fucking trains, dude. Yeah. I mean, I smoked since I was 19. So once I got stressed out, I smoked like Marlboro Reds, and I got kind of hooked on them, throughout my 20s. That isn't very addictive. These they're not that good to me. That's why I got them, so I can cut off easier. I guess I'm doing okay. I'm kind of worried a little bit because I've been applying at jobs. I haven't gotten like a job yet. Ever since I stopped working for that landscaping company, I think they're gonna like slow down. I just hope it's just December. Hopefully, I get something in January so I could just stack up money to move somewhere else. I guess I'm kind of worried a little bit, but I already have like a temp weekend job from a temp agency. I can make a couple $100, and I'm gonna try to do a little bit of DoorDash tomorrow and do DoorDash and Lyft Friday night. So yeah, hope that's for everybody, right? Uh, Everything's better for next year. What's up, Hog? He did a lot of shrooms. I feel him on that. Yeah, might as well like be trippy, before the holidays. What's up, Narnia? No problem. Feline. Yeah, I get like that too. I get like that a lot since moving up here. Fucking sucks, ain't it? Something big will happen in 2027. Hopefully, something that big happens in 2027 is a good thing, not a bad thing. Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope that the new year is good for everyone. Yeah, yeah, I try to. So I think the winter is gonna be the hardest part about living here. Like it's just now it just feels mild. Last week was in the negatives. Now it's fucking mild. Just it made me get a vitamin D capsules at Walmart. It was that bad. Yeah, it's a real thing. People that think that mental illness is fake is they're living under a rock. Yeah, racing thoughts. Yeah, I know that feeling, man. Fucking sucks. You have those racing thoughts. it's like unbearable. It's overwhelming. Yeah, I don't like doing that shit either. Try to numb the pain like that, right? It can make it worse. Yeah, no problem, man. Just take your time whenever you're free. Guess you can let me know how Phoenix is because it's very high on my list because of that weather, and I feel like I could get a decent job there too. I feel like I could possibly get my own place. It might be a little harder than here, but um, I just hope like the second half of me living here, I could just save up and move because I got everything I need for my apartment, and I can just transfer that to my new place to live. Yeah, he was. Lucas said he was on shrooms or something. Yeah, don't care about what people say anymore. Yeah, because most people on social media want attention. It's all about status, and they're trying to compare everyone's lives to others all the time. The only thing is, I have a Facebook just to find a place, and all of a sudden there's people from my high school friend requesting me and shit. Fucking annoying. People from a high school that friend request me, I don't even fucking like. You know what I mean? Yeah, some I don't know, man. I guess people say investing. People say try to get passive income somehow. All kinds of stuff. So, what is this live you're saying? Yeah, I like that weather, man. 75, 80 during the day is what I like. Makes my moods better. 56 degrees, I'll take that at night. Here it's like 30 right now. But last week it was so cold I couldn't stand it. I just can't stand this shit. I just came in the chat. Well, I mean, if you want to check my channel out, I talk about why it's selfish to have kids. I list all the reasons why, and I talk about black pill content. I talk about issues that no one talks about, and I do a video request for people as long as it's not gonna mess with my YouTube. So you're free to check it out if you want to. Yeah, right. Huddle together, get some warm, right? Yeah, we gotta be like penguins. They work together. Humans don't. Yeah, I believe it. I believe there's definitely rude people in Phoenix too. It's probably, I feel like it's everywhere, but I feel like certain parts of, like, say the US, for example, have more shittier people. Nah, not really. Not really an early bird. You see me up at night. Not really like an early bird. Yeah, it's cold. I live in South Dakota, in the Midwest, so it's very cold up here. Screwed my life. Yeah, same. I used to have like older accounts when I was younger, and I got treated like garbage on there. Yeah, tech circles. Yeah, I understand, man. I guess it does have has its pros and ways. Yeah, I was doom scrolling a lot lately to pass time. Try Scotland? No thanks. I don't want to try that place. It's probably cold as hell over there too. Might be a cool place to see though, I guess. Yeah, the truth does hurt, man. It really does hurt. Yeah. I'm not crazy about Facebook, but that's how I found this place though. I went on Facebook Marketplace and found this apartment. That's all I use it for. Go on Marketplace and find shit. It just sucks how people find you and they friend request you though, you know? Mm. Yeah, past trauma. Yeah, that would. give you trauma triggers and make you feel worse. Yeah, that sucks, man. Don't deserve it or ask for it. Yeah, I mean, you can sub if you want to, I guess. Yeah, there's a lot of parents that deserve an L that are treating their kids like shit. Yeah, easier way to connect. Yeah, that's true. I guess Facebook is easier in a way. That's true. I got athletes in front of me. Uh, nah, not that I know of. I guess where I'm from, my hometown, there's more famous athletes that are from where I'm from. So, you're talking about like in the U.S. in general? Yeah, I guess there is a lot of people that are from the U.S. that are professional athletes. What's up, Black Hole? Yeah, night smoke. Where in the U.S. I'm from? I mean, I grew up in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, and I moved all the way to the Midwest because I was homeless. And I wanted to move far away from my dad because he treated me like garbage, and I wanted to try to get my own place that was affordable. I didn't really think about the weather or anything here. That's all I thought of. You know, I mean, I accomplished my goal, but I don't like it totally. It's a problem. Yeah, I get insomnia too. Yep. I guess when I cut back these, I could sleep better. Yeah, it is toxic, man. Facebook is toxic because people are comparing people's lives on there constantly. Yeah, it does provide some good deals. I don't go on apartments.com or stuff like that to find a place. I'll just go on Facebook Marketplace or I'll go on Craigslist. That's where I go. You'll find better stuff over there. Yeah, that's why I moved far away so I can be away from people that from my hometown that did wrong to me. Yeah, yeah, people are something else, man. Yeah, Tucson. Yeah, I heard of that place too. I was looking up. It is a little cheaper there. I saw on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, it's another place that's got potential too. So I think it's only an hour away from Phoenix, so it isn't too bad. I could live like near Scottsdale or something. I could live near forget what this one place that starts with a T, something like that. What's Philip Boomers? Yeah, yeah. Money gives you a quality of life, but it doesn't operate your cancer in your body. It pays the bill, though, I guess. But yeah, I agree, though, man. People that say money doesn't matter is a lie, in a way. It gives them dopamine rush, makes them feel good. Yeah, you can sell stuff, right? You can sell stuff on marketplace and make some money, which is good too. Yeah, I've been kind of feeling that way too. I've been isolating a lot, and it does affect you. There's times where you just need to talk to somebody at times. Oh, fucking trip of water dropping on my phone. Hold on a second. All right, that's better. All right, got rid of that. I'll say money is like 80%. I'll say. Yeah, it is weird on the iPhone. Sometimes I'll try to talk to someone and it just comes out wrong because of the spell check. Health is everything. Yeah, that's true too. Health is a big one. I feel like if you have more money though, you can focus more on your health as well. But yeah, I mean, you can still focus on your health even if you don't have much, right? You try to do things that you're capable of doing. Hoodie versus jackets. I guess a hoodie, but I don't even like wearing stuff like that. I'd rather just wear like a t-shirt and shorts the whole fucking time. I hate wearing like bulky clothing all the time. That's why I don't like living here. Too much bulky stuff. He retired. Yeah, I think he deserves it, man. Like he does deserve retirement. He did a lot in the WWE, so hmm. Yeah, yep. You come alone, you die alone is right. Yep. Smoking makes you sleepy. Not this stuff. That makes you kind of stay awake because it's a stimulant. You know. What's up, Pio Y? I don't know how to say your name, man. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, it's another cheaper spot too, but I don't know if I'm interested in that place though. I don't know. I don't think the job market's good over there. Yeah, hopefully better times come soon for everybody. Everybody, not just me. Yeah, I guess to a certain extent. Yeah, yep. 'Cause everything costs something. Nothing's free. If you want to get help, that ain't free. That costs money, I guess. Yeah, yep. Thing is, like the void, you don't even recognize uh the feelings while you're in the void and the thoughts of how good or bad it is. Just neutral. Yeah. I guess that's why in America they expect people to be together, a dual income. They don't expect single people to make that. That's hard. Yeah, repetitive bullshit all the time, chores and errands. Yep, constantly. I gotta start cleaning my apartment soon. It's terrible. Yeah, yep. I made a video on that. I don't know if you watched it. They're called Crown's Menthol Light 100s. So I'm not crazy about these though. Yeah, yep. I guess health doesn't mean nothing when you have that, right? You have nothing to lose too. Type of thing. You don't care too much about it. I'm gonna collect these. I want to make this place look like garbage. Do that. Scotland's cooked. Yeah, Europe's got a lot of problems as well, from what I heard of. Not good. I'm smoking the Crown Menthol light ones. Yeah, yep. He's probably got a lot of reasons why he's like that. He just doesn't want to tell the media, probably. Yeah, I guess a little bit. Yeah, cooked. Yeah, society's collapsing. What's making you feel bad? Yeah, the state of the world. Yeah, the world is filled with hostility and hate, and it's all messed up in a way. So I like that. Yeah, it does make you relax for the short term, and then you're starting to feel antsy. You want another one. That's when you kind of get addicted. I try to not make it like an addiction. I try to use it as a reward and stuff. But now I'm kind of stressed a little bit because of the winter and the cold, and which I want to get a job. It's just kind of hard a little bit, but that's why I'm getting these crappy cigarettes so I can cut back easier in a way. I bought some pants and a polo shirt, and that's cool, man. Yeah, I guess this time of year's the time to buy clothes, I guess. No, I never watched that. How did it change your life? Yeah, it is stressful because family expect you to see them, and the thing is, if you don't like your family, it's just even more overwhelming. You know, I ain't seeing any of my family. I'm just chilling here. I don't even want to see them. I only like my brothers. That's it. But my brothers will all be at my dad's, and I don't get along with my dad and his girlfriend and all that stuff. Yeah, I guess we have the internet to find like-minded people about certain things. 100K, yeah, good grads, man. It's good that your friend got a job for 100K engineering. That's a hard profession to do. You know, definitely deserves it. Yeah, yep, that's true. 1600s. Yeah, yeah, they didn't have the science back then, so they'll blame like things that don't make sense. You know. Yeah, some parts of America are good. I'm not gonna say America is totally bad. There's some good things about America, I guess. Yeah, they need to get into that. Yeah, but not everyone can do everything, though, is the problem. If you're capable of trying to get into that, then that's good, but not everyone's capable of doing those things. That was the problem. I mean, you want to move to Romania or Russia? It's oversaturated. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Like something like coding and I think cybersecurity can be oversaturated as well. Uh, I'm not gonna step foot in New York. That means. Yeah, yep, yeah. There's a lot of problems in America that need to be fixed. That's for sure. Romania and Poland. Yeah, Poland seems like a good country too. Work on machines and robots. Yeah, I guess that could make you more of an income doing stuff like that. Am I circumcised? No, I'm not. Somewhere away. What do you mean by that? How many do I smoke in a day? I mean, since there's 20 in a pack, probably like 5 to 7, I guess. Feel sad? You don't have to be sad. Yeah, too many people get comfortable. What do you mean people get too comfortable? What do you mean? What's up, odds of life? Look like I need a hug. uh, I guess so. Maybe come to the U.S. and give me a hug. See if my problems will be solved. Just climb up. Yeah, that is true. You always want something better. You want something quality, right? You want to try to make as much money as possible, you know? I kind of agree with that. I do toy reviews on my channel. If you guys want to check it out, it's what I do to the boss in the office. No, I don't have a girlfriend and I'm straight. White people? Maybe move to South Dakota. It's mostly white here if you want. You want to move somewhere white. What's wrong with everyone else, like black people or Hispanic or Asian people. What's wrong with them? Or every other race. What's wrong with them? Hmm. Uh, New Year's resolution. I guess I want to get through this place for 6 months, and I have a good amount of savings to move somewhere else. That's my resolution. I I think it could be realistic. You know, I want to get out of here. That's my resolution. I don't know where it is yet, but it's gonna happen. This ain't. I confirmed I'm not living here another lease. Wait, yeah, I mean, yeah, it might be. It's hard to find a good job for a lot of people. People can get a job, but it's not always good. A lot of times, seems. Nah, you're not being a moderator. I did that on my old channel. I ain't doing that. Nope. Yeah, I just have a pessimistic view on life, but I try to keep it realistic. Nah, again, what the heck here? Uh, yeah, no one's gonna be a moderator here. Yeah, I mean, I think the Midwest is pretty white, I'll say. Scotland, I thought Scotland's pretty white of a country. I don't know. Anti-intellectualism. Yeah, I mean, that's mostly taught from generations to generations how people are like that, because people don't have an open mind. I'm okay with that. A couple of beers. I mean, I like the Mexican food. I mean, I can speak a tiny bit of Spanish. Uh, I'm okay with that. Nothing wrong with that. What's up, Dusky? All right, this person's you're gonna be in timeout. A lot of weirdos in the chat. I don't care like what race, as long as they're decent people. So that's all I say. So very different from Philly. I'll say Philly's got a lot of Hispanics, though. I'll say a lot of people don't really notice that, but we do have a lot of Hispanics in Philly. But in the suburbs, not as much. So, main character syndrome. What's that mean? I don't know what that is. Speak Spanish? Let me think of something. Me gusta trabajo. That's what my cousin would say. Yeah, yep. Society's collapsing, making things worse. What's up, Messenger Beyond? What's going on, man? Yeah, have to put them in timeout. They need to stop spamming the chat and saying weird stuff all the time. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're kind of like the main character because you're alive and you have your own perspective. I guess that makes sense. They think they're in a movie. Yeah, I guess some people are arrogant and have a huge ego. I do agree with that, XTC. Am I trans? Yeah, I am a trans man. Me gusta trabajar. Sí, me gusta trabajar. Trabaja más. Más. Yeah, I guess it is like a story, I guess. Yeah, I guess I agree with that, man. Yeah, that is true. We do have more Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. That's true. We do have more of those. Yeah, not too many Mexicans though, but there is Mexicans in Philly though. Probably just not a lot. I believe you a couple beers. I think there's probably more Mexicans in Arizona. That's for sure. You win in life, yeah. I guess like while you're here, but when everyone's dead, you don't win. Everyone loses. So Neo in the Matrix. Yeah, I don't feel like that guy though. What's up, Sage? Nah, I don't play PC games. I just have that PlayStation. I haven't played a game here yet though. Weirdo. Uh, People that try to put others down. People that try to bully others. Try to see people at their downfall. I think those people are weirdos. Yeah, yeah, because you have your own consciousness, you have your own thoughts and uh, pain signals throughout the body and mind. Uh, yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, fake winning in life constantly. Yep. Yeah, by posted pictures thinking that you won by going to this place overseas and having a good time or showing off your career, but you don't know what's behind closed doors, you know? Especially ones that have children. You never know, like, if they're abusing them or not. And they just may virtue signal and just say, I'm a good parent by those pictures, you know? Oh, okay. Native Americans? Yeah, there's a lot of Native Americans in South Dakota, too, I noticed. Not, I didn't see a lot where I'm from in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's interesting though. It seems pretty diverse in Arizona. I'll say. Be interesting if I decide to live there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't even know them until you meet them in person, right? Social media has a lot of fake right there. Yeah, we're just observers to our own world. Exactly. Yeah, because there's a lot of misinformation on the internet. That's for sure. Yep. Yeah, not easy though. Sometimes I overthink about the small stuff though. Can be overwhelming at times. 50% credibility. Yeah, yep. Yeah, there's a lot of people that want to brainwash you and manipulate you online. 100%. So, yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think those are weirdos at times. How's that extreme? Someone bullying someone, trying to make them feel worse. Nah, I don't trim it. I don't trim my beard. I'm trying to grow mine out for a while, so not all weirdos. Yeah, I guess it could be subjective, I guess. I mean, people think someone people think weird is different from what everyone else, you know? I mean, I guess like in a society standpoint, if you don't conform, you don't do this and that, people may think you're a weirdo, you know? People think that also. I don't consider those people weirdos. Yeah. I look like your teacher. Yeah, I'm the best teacher, right? I gave you straight A's. Yeah, AI can be deceiving as well. It can be very political AI too. It can be has a lot of double standards as well. Yeah, it should be the other way around. That's what I think. I mean, there's no. I mean, I do weird things as well, but I guess I'm talking about a weirdo in a sense, in a bad way. I don't know. So, fucking torture, terror, torment. Yeah, it is, man. I agree. It does feel very torturous. I don't know if that's even a word. Jesus is real. Yeah, I mean, you gotta show me evidence, man. You gotta show me evidence of Jesus is real. Yeah, life does seem like a double standard. Yep, there's double standards everywhere, seems like. I eventually realized it. I mean, if God is real, why does God not prevent unnecessary pain and suffering? Yeah, that troll saying that stuff. Yeah, it's pathetic. I don't allow that on this channel. It's trying to see you react and it's attention seeking stuff. I'm a Christian. That's what I am, a Christian. Yeah, exactly. Bad, weird. Those are the weirdos I don't like. Hurting others in a way that's bad. I feel like things are important when you're going through like unnecessary pain and suffering. Like that means something. That is important. That's affecting your life. It's affecting your survival. That's what I think with that, I guess. I'm not Muslim because I believe in the Christian God, but maybe I'll convert to Muslim since I can be more holy. I can be even more religious. Yeah, I drink a lot of water too because of my medicine. My medicine makes me thirsty a lot. When I eat something that's like salty, uh, I drink a lot of water, obviously. That way I could open my mouth more. Like I go on one knee and just open my mouth. I get the message. Yeah, yep. Once you're born, you're gonna die. That's determined. That's not free will. If a person had free will, they wouldn't want to die a painful death. That's what majority people will die of, and very few will die a peaceful one. Yeah, the system can cause many problems for a lot of people. That's for sure. These politicians put their money in their pockets. They don't want to like fix the problems that are making the people worse, like the economy or something, or like the immigration problem or whatever it is. I'm just saying stuff. What's up, Demento? Can't go without basketball. I feel you, man. I used to been like that when I was younger more. I still like basketball, but I don't play it as much anymore. I guess when it's warmer, I'll play a little bit more. Maybe we'll do another video, me shooting hoops or something. God made us too smart. I don't think so. I feel like God made a lot of people that do messed up things as well. If you think about it, God is all knowing. God is all powerful and good. God would not allow bad things to happen, right? So yeah, yep, yeah. There's Arabs that look white. Yep, even Mexicans. Mexicans can look white as well. I seen a white Mexican girl before. And I would never guess she was Mexican. Yeah, I mean, that's something that we'll never understand. People will just say God made us too smart, but it's very complicated on how we evolved. So that's an answer that we'll never get. So, yeah, right. Why do we have so many problems that are affecting people's lives? Right. We create more humans to create more problems. Yeah. The Bible has some good things, but it has a lot of bad also. A lot of people cherry pick, basically. Yeah, I guess it could it could feel like a waste to be a bad sleep, like you can't sleep or you get nightmares. It can be a waste. I should get a do rag. Yeah, maybe I can grow some waves. Yeah, it's just another way for humans to figure out how the world would work back in the day. And once technology came in, science was more known. It's starting to disprove the Bible. That's the truth. That's how I say it. I'm almost there. Then I don't need a do rag then. Yeah, they say lust is a sin. Yeah, it's all man made. It's all it is. But yeah, lust can cause problems though. I mean, it isn't totally wrong, I guess. If you have all this lust and you just hook up and you're not careful, you can accidentally get a girl pregnant. So I guess it's I kind of agree with it. Clay Thompson over Stojakovic, and Ryan Anderson. Stojakovic over Ryan Anderson. So it's Clay, Stojakovic, then Ryan Anderson. Yeah, yep. I guess the dog trying to hump on other dogs is sinning. It's the devil. Yeah, I mean, animals don't have the awareness, right? What good or evil is, I guess. Is it gay for real that gay? Is it is it for real that gay if you go down on your bro? Yeah, I guess it is, man. Man, if that's what you're into, go ahead. Do I like Gucci Man? I like some songs. I like Lemonade. That's a good song. Freaky Girl. That's a good song. Bricks. Uh, Wasted. I don't listen too much Gucci Man though. I guess I like his hit songs. Wait for your turn. We are looking for you. Yeah, you better not find out about me, the government. I better look out the window, make sure the FBI don't catch me. uh, Louis Vuitton. That is a type of clothing, right? That might sound like a dumb question, but I mean, if you're really going down on them, I think it is. But you do you, man. If that's what you're into. That's okay. Female apparel. I thought, isn't it for men too? Louis Vuitton. Yeah, I'm not into death metal really. My type of music's like lo-fi house, techno, trance, rap, classic rock, a little bit of country, ambient music, synthwave, stuff like that. It's really expensive. Yeah, it's crazy how something like that is so expensive, you know? Just straight up materialism. Yeah, a lot of these rappers promote materialism like that, you know? Yeah, whatever vibes with you. That's cool, man. Yeah, music's subjective. Whatever you like is what you like, you know? Red Russian? Who's that? Oh, Red Russian. I thought it said red for a second. My bad. What is this life? Yeah, maybe come in here because two people did something in the bedroom for 10 minutes and all of a sudden we're questioning why, how did we come here? What happens when we die? And we just survive and we start aging and we either die a peaceful or painful death, you know? That's it. That's how I view it, I guess. Internal narrative with, what do you mean by that? Internal narrative with. I mean, I guess like when people live in this life, people make a subjective purpose to get through life, you know? I guess like if you don't make a subjective purpose, you can go insane, I guess. Yeah, we're very small. We're like a crumb compared to all the like galaxies out there in the universe. Yeah, it makes you on another level. Yeah, I feel like it's like I'm like if I listen to like rap, for example, and I'm hearing storytelling, it's like I'm like in third person watching the story, you know, in a way. Jobs are useless. All right, I'll check it out, man. See if it's kind of good that channel. Yeah, those type of channels are have a good message to them a lot of times. Mm, I mean, gotta show me evidence that proves that there is a God. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, we're just a little speck out of all the gases and planets out there and stars. Yeah, dream you're in Sioux Falls. Was it a good dream? Did you like it? Living in Sioux Falls in your dream? Can be evil. Yeah, I mean, say if God is real, I think it's evil. That's what I think. It's real tooth fairy. Guess so. Totally indifferent. Yeah, I guess so. Yep, I agree, man. Yeah, it's just a way to cope and try. People pray and hope that things get better. You know, that's all it is. Yeah, it is insane. All because two people did something magical in the bedroom. Now you're experiencing this world and it's suffering in a way. Coping mechanism. Yeah, that's what I think religion is. Believing in God and stuff. It's a coping mechanism. That's what it is. Yeah, it's a big cope religion. That's what I think it is. Yeah, things do improve. Yeah, I guess things that you're capable of improving and stuff. But some things, like you improve in some other problem can impact you more That's what sucks about that. No, I ended my first life. I went to the gym and I started a new life. So yeah, dreams are the best way to cope. Yeah, hopefully they're good dreams though. Yeah, no one cares anymore. Yep, we're very overly stimulated. Yeah, we should travel the universe like how like Yoda travels through the universe. How the ground beef? It was pretty good. Um, I think I made it pretty good to be honest. Put some uh, like shredded cheese on there, and I put some tomato sauce. I mixed it up together. It was okay. And I just had some vegetables. And tomorrow I'm just gonna eat the leftovers. That's it. I remember you were telling me what a pog was. I forget. What is that? I remember you telling me that shit too. Yeah, yep. There is a better chance that most people in this chat would be more religious, I guess, if we lived in those days. Yeah, yep. Loneliness is everywhere in the Western world, seems. Yeah, they do suck. You can have trouble sleeping, you can have nightmares, flashbacks, all kinds of shit. What am I picking? I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, we're stuck here. We try to escape the universe, it drags us down. Yeah, no place is perfect, I guess, right? But other places can have more quality than others, you know? Pog, the second one, like Sudan. Yeah, F that. I don't want to be in a country like that. I guess I'm more grateful to be in America in a way. Loneliness epidemic runs globally. Yeah, I think so. Yep. I think that's a global issue. I agree, man. Yeah, I'll do a stream with you guys. Yeah, I think it would be a good conversation. I kind of always wanted to talk to him on the Discord. I'm on his Discord too. About the Doomers. Be kind of cool. Be cool to talk to you too. Like through voice chat. Have some good conversations or something. Norway, Finland, Switzerland. Yeah, they have. I'll say they're decent countries. Yep. Yeah. Yep. I don't know about plants, but animals though. I guess people are selfish. Yeah, I think humans are inherently selfish in a way. Oh, okay. I can understand now. Yeah, I would like a pug too. I just never heard of someone say that. You know. I just wish America didn't dump down people. Yeah, there is a lot of people that are ignorant. That's for sure. Altruistic. What is that word again? I forget what that is. I heard of it before. What's up, Jeff? Iggy Azalea. Yeah, I liked Iggy Azalea back then more. She was my thing too. Use the left hand for that. uh, yeah, she's got a pog on her. Honey Boo Boo. I guess so. What am I doing for Christmas? I'm probably doing the gig apps. I'm probably trying to do DoorDash and Lyft, make extra money. Since I don't have an actual job, uh, I guess maybe I'll go to this pizza buffet. You you pay like $15 and you go eat all the pizza you want. I may try that out. Maybe I'll do a live stream there or something. I'm not doing anything crazy though. So yeah, there is decent people out there. I agree, Francis, but there is a lot of shit ones. Bella Danger. Yeah, I used to like her, but over time she kind of did a little too much, you know. So dang, putting your John down all the names. Yeah, people do come and help you. Yeah, I guess people can be nice to you. You know, I agree, man. I mean, I'll agree in a way, Francis. Yeah, it is a shit mess. Yep, honey boo boo. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, I don't even know all these women you're everyone's posting. Not all of them. Some of them, though. I know Alexis, Texas, though. So who's spamming? Who? Lena Paul? Who is that? Hey, I don't even know all these corn stars on here. Wise up. Yeah, I try to not torture myself. I try not to. Yeah, not an easy thing, but yeah, I think it's best to try to do things you're capable of doing, healthy habits or whatever, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking names. Stop using your left hand to get a job. That's what my cousin would say if he read all those names. My conservative? I don't consider myself a hard conservative. I just go by policies now. I grew up conservative, though. I grew up in a conservative blue collar family. So that's why I can understand why people are conservative and why they think with their views, you know. But there's a lot of things with conservatives I disagree on, you know. I'm kind of just more moderate with my views, and I guess I kind of grew up a lot more conservative, but over time I learned things about like the left side, and there's certain things on the left side I agree with too. So I kind of just go by policies. I don't because they could both be corrupt, the conservatives and the liberals, you know. So I just open my mouth at the office. That's it. I go down on one knee and I receive the message. Please. Yeah, watch out for that guy. He'll come behind you and put you in a corner or some shit. Yeah, let's chill with the corn stars on the chat. Let's chill with that. Yeah, I mean, parents can cause a kid to misbehave as well, you know, and it's the parents' responsibility to make sure that their kid isn't acting out and causing a scene and making people worse, you know. as many messages as I want. I want to receive all kinds of messages from the boss, and I'm gonna work 100 hours a week. Do as much as I can. Yeah, I would not want to meet Felice Johnson in real life. That's for sure. I'm protecting my A. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm an agnostic atheist, Lucas. Yeah, majority of the time it is the parents' fault for the kid to have a mental breakdown. Yep. They're not disciplining the kid right. They're not paying attention if the kid's doing bad behavior. The parents aren't uh, being responsible and trying to give their kid the basic needs at once, Not giving him enough emotional support, all those things. He's inspiring. I liked him on that one interview with Anton. That shit was funny as hell. Had me crack up. Yeah, yep. It reflects how the parents behave. Yep. Like if you see your parents not regulating their emotions or screaming and yelling at you, the kid can learn from that and that they can do the same. That's what's messed up about that. Fleece Johnson's your mentor. That's my cousin's mentor. That's for sure. Had a mental breakdown in high school. Yeah, there was times I had breakdowns in high school too, uh, because I was getting bullied a lot. And when I had breakdowns, it was because the normies want to see you react and instigate you. So that's what would happen to me. And I guess I was like, some of the time when I was having a breakdown in school was I get overly stimulated with the autism. I guess when I was younger more. So yeah, that's understandable, man. School's like a prison. It can give you a breakdown. Every day is the worst day of my life. Yeah, I'll agree with that statement for the most part. Even though there's some days I'm okay, but there's a lot of days I think it's like worse than other days. Yeah, that's not good to witness, man. Seeing your dad screaming in front of your mom, and it's pathetic, man. He even did it to his own mom too. You're saying it's crazy, man. Yeah, it's just gonna give kids problems throughout childhood, and when they reach adulthood, they'll have problems that are suppressed in their head, and be hard to address them. I like going to the gym. I went today. I just did some cardio and stuff. I do like to eat food, but I can't eat a lot now because I'm not trying to spend too much money. Uh, I do like playing basketball, but I haven't been playing as much. I guess the YouTube, listening to music. I guess that's about it, pretty much. What should he do? I guess give it back to SpongeBob before he calls the cops on you. Your misanthrope, anti-nihilist. Yeah, they both go hand in hand. Yeah, a lot of it's ignored, and it shouldn't be. A lot of women's mental health gets addressed. I mean, I think men and women's mental health needs to be addressed the same amount. Men's just needs to be talked about more. You had to evacuate in the gym. Damn. Probably had to take a day off of school from that, right? It was stinking that much. Yeah, you don't have to, man. Especially if he's affecting your that all that stuff that is affecting your mental health right now. You don't have to forgive the person. LASIK eye surgery, get rid of glasses. Yeah, it's not cheap. Get that. I wish I can do that. I just bought these glasses, and if I didn't have insurance, I would have paid $500. But with the insurance, I paid 250, and I still think that's expensive. I think it's higher here than Pennsylvania. I remember I bought glasses in Philly last year, and they I bought two pairs for 300. But the thing is, like the glasses were garbage. The frames just they broke in a year, so it just wasn't worth it. Farting contest. See which one sounds the coolest and the smelliest. Yeah, I guess that would make the school day go by fast, right? Yeah, why would they have kids then? Right. They're gonna complain and they're gonna treat them like garbage. That don't make sense. Yeah, people do respect you more when you have a status. I agree, man. Yeah. I think it goes by looks matters the most, and then it's how you socialize mixed in with the status, you know, financial or social. When you're an adult, it's mostly financial though, but when you're like in school, it's social. Yeah, yeah. That your dad's something else, man. He was very abusive to you, and you don't deserve any of the pain and suffering, right? So, yeah, he just starts talking smack to feel better. But the thing is, well, what's he doing to do better with his life? Nothing, it seems. Thoughts on morbid curiosity and gore sites? Crazy what? I don't really know what that is, to be honest. I mean, I feel like it's definitely some crazy shit, I guess, right? Yeah, it can be overrated, yeah, because you could have a bad family. Yeah, yeah. Because the truth hurts people, and a lot of people don't want to speak the truth, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about the dark web, T Sizzle, I think it's messed up. People are doing some weird stuff on there. That's for sure. Um, like you'll see like some stuff that'll be so disturbing. Why is it on the on the web in the first place? That's for sure. Yeah, yep. It's all selfish reasons. It's about them. They don't consider what the kid's well being is and what they're gonna go through. Exactly, Rohi. Yep. Money, power, women, drugs. Yeah, it's what it seems. Yep. All those superficial things. I make you sick? How come? Yeah, I guess like trauma and being socially deprived can make you feel more socially anxious to talk to women. That's for sure. Yeah, parents can be very useless. When you want to ask for help, they don't seem to give you help, you know? They don't want to assist you. Bad temper. Yeah, it's terrible, man. You don't deserve those type of parents that treat you like garbage. A lot of times they don't want to take accountability for their actions, and you feel like you're misunderstood. You feel uh, like your problems don't matter. You feel invalidated. So it just affects your adulthood a lot of times. Yeah, but I feel like women do go through problems as well, you know? I'm not going to say they don't, but there's a lot of things that women do that make their lives pretty easy, I'll say. Yeah, yep. Humans want power all the time. They want to feel good constantly. Yeah, I hate having mental illness too, man. I have to take fucking medication all the time. Make sure I'm okay, you know? It sucks. I hate it too, man. People can look very pathetic when you get close. Yeah, yep. That's why you gotta watch out for people and watch what you say a lot of times, you know? It's not easy, especially like say if you have autism, you overshare a lot, that can affect you and people can use that as a weakness when you're not a weak person, you know? I know when I overshared with people, it backfired against me, you know? Like people are the problem a lot of times. Yeah, the dark side of humanity. That's basically what it is on the dark web, yeah. Yeah, I ain't going on the dark web. I don't want to see disturbing things, you know? I mean, people that are doing crazy stuff on there that are hurting others should be locked up or something, you know? It was a frustrating experience for years. Yeah, I bet it was, man. It definitely wasn't easy to deal with, like, abusive parents and stuff like that. Everyone is happy. Yeah, that's not good you're feeling that way, man. Hopefully you're getting better, Final Destination. You don't deserve or ask for the unhappiness you're going through. How do you define happiness? I guess you feel more comfortable, you have a quality of life, your mental health is good. Well, basically, your well being is good, is what I'm trying to say. Um, you're not struggling, I guess, you know? Stuff like that. But sometimes when you have everything, you're still unhappy, you know? And you can become bored. So I guess it can be subjective. I don't know. Happiness, in a way. Yeah, yep. If you're not convenient for people, then they'll disown you. They'll ignore you. Right. If you're if you don't have money, you don't have the looks, or say you don't have that social status, people will say, "Oh, this guy isn't convenient for me," you know. So if you are that shallow all the time, next 20 years, I'll be 51, so um, I'm probably gonna have health problems, probably physical ones. I just hope my mental health isn't bad. Maybe I'll get in a lot of debt with my medical problems. I just hope not, but it just sounds like that's the trajectory, you know? Obviously, there could be some good things happening within 20 years, but that's about it. Yeah, I think happiness is an illusion in a way. It's not, it's just like trying to achieve dopamine and euphoria, you know? It's temporary. Then you go through a new problem, you know? Yeah, people will use you, they'll manipulate you because of what you have. And if you're attractive, they'll just like you because you're attractive, you know? They don't care about who you are as a person, which is messed up, you know? But I do think there is people that do care about you for who you are, but I think majority of people in this world are like that, unfortunately. That's why it's hard to make real friends, you know? So, yeah, yep. Yeah, you start to see their true colors if you're inconvenient to them, right? Exactly. That's when you know who to stay away from, pretty much. Yep, exactly. I agree with that, man. It's either friends or like family, you know? If it's family, you gotta like cut them out of your life. If it's friends, you can't be friends with them no more. If you're in a relationship with a girl or a guy, then you gotta break up with them. It's pretty simple, but it's not easy to do, you know? Especially if you're the type of person that doesn't want to deal with loneliness or whatever it is, you know? I guess like a good cope for that is like you're not in a toxic friendship or a relationship. You're not getting used. Um you could do what you want when you're alone, you know? Your money's not being given to these people, you know? It's it's for yourself. It's uh it's for making you feel better, you know? Yeah, they were mad. Yeah. Yep. Jealousy, it sounds like. I mean, why would family want to do that, you know? It's pathetic. Yeah, they see you as a low status man that is homeless, you know? They don't care about you, you know? That's pathetic. When really they bring a kid in this world, they should care for them no matter what, no matter what stage they're in their life. That's pathetic you have a family like that, man. It's good that you cut them out of your life, and it's harder to heal and recover from all that, you know? Yeah, that's good, man. Now I guess you can try to recover and heal and try to do things that you like to do, you know? Stuff like that. Yeah, because there's people that are going to be jealous of you if you have money, you know? That's why people will wear clothing that isn't flashy and stuff. Yeah, it's impossible to trick you now, right? They can't take advantage of you. Yeah, yeah, it is best to keep a low profile. You don't want to have all this attention because you can get haters and jealousy, and people just want to see you at your downfall. Like even if you're at your lowest point, you know, like, that's what it is. And I can't do this crap either, man. Yeah, there is no love and care for parents that make you become homeless. You know, it's kind of like my dad. Like I tried to tell my dad I was depressed. I couldn't work with him. He didn't he didn't seem to believe me. He just said I was lazy and I went ballistic. Yeah, I was not. That wasn't best for me to how I regulate my emotions and stuff. But it's like my dad didn't care. My dad just gave me mean looks, and I even told him how I was feeling. He didn't care, you know. And I became homeless. And what's the point in caring for these type of people when they just don't seem to care, you know? What's the big secret, man? Yeah, yep. Yeah, as a parent, you don't want your kids to be homeless. They say, oh, it's tough love. They have to adapt, but not every kid can adapt to this tough love, you know? There's people out there that have extreme mental illness and they have a disability that makes them have a hard time keeping a job, gives them a hard time just living and doing their basic needs, you know? Not all of them can fucking do that shit. Yeah, a lot of bad things can happen homeless, yep. Yeah, and they think it's tough love. Exactly, man. It's like what you said on the uh on the YouTube. It's a punishment. I agree, man. It does feel like more of a punishment, an unnecessary one at times. I don't know how I'm gonna make it either, man. You know. Yeah. Well, look where you're at now, man. You're doing a lot better than your dad. You know. Black Ops 7. All right, I'll see you, Demento. Hopefully, you have a good time playing Black Ops 7, Search and Destroy. I'm guessing you're playing. Have a good one, man. What's up, Chris Bowen? Uh, yeah, it didn't have to be that way, right? You didn't have to go through all that unnecessary crap you're going through. And that shit takes time to recover, you know? It really does. Obviously, that trauma always stays with you, you know? You just cope better. You just try to make sure you don't go through a self destructive path or something, you know? Not easy. Yeah. I'm cutting back on smoking too. I'm not gonna smoke for a while after this pack. That's why I bought like crappy cigs, you know? I get you, man. They can be costly, you know? Yeah, being the same. Right. Exactly. I don't understand those people either. Right? That's why I'm an outcast, man. Especially parents that choose seem like they choose to be abusive and they don't want to change, you know? Yeah. Maybe it's because of people, man. Maybe people that ruin your curiosity and your innovation in life kind of makes you feel tired, you know? And I guess mixed with like your parents not teaching life skills, school, and the system kind of make you feel more tired in a way. Yeah, there's a lot of people wake up every day that have a dysfunctional family and it's toxic, right? Not all of them can overcome that obstacle of the trauma, you know? It leads to a self destructive path and it makes them feel worse a lot of times. Yeah, I do fear for the future at times, man. I try not to think about it too much, but I do think about it at times. You know, it can be very overwhelming. You know, especially how I was randomly homeless and I thought I was doing well this year, helping my dad and trying to buy a truck, and it was just everything went downhill, and I moved somewhere random, and I kind of think about this all the time, man, a lot, and that's why I can be stressed out. You know, sucks. It's hard to deal with. Yeah, did your research and thinking? That's good, man. You're able to do your research on how to get out of a situation that you don't deserve to be in. Yeah, yep. I guess that's kind of like me with this, and kind of feeling that way, you know. Kind of sucks. Sometimes you just kind of feel hopeless in a way, and sometimes you just need to numb the pain, you know. Makes me want to smoke right now, you know. The thing is, I never really grew up like in poverty or anything like that. I just had bad parents, you know. So yeah, thing is, a lot of them go through a self-destructive path. A lot of it's not always their fault because it's something that happened throughout their childhood or something, or you know, there's people that get out of that situation, but it's not easy. Some people become addicts because they get injured at work and they can't afford their prescriptions anymore because their health insurance is high and the copays are high. So they get injured at a blue collar job, for example, they get addicted to the perks or something. They can't afford it more, so they go to the street and get heroin or something. That's a real problem. It's a big problem. Yeah, I can't explain how this world can be crappy, man. I'm not in everyone's shoes. I don't know what everyone's going through. There's things that I'll never understand what people are going through, and that could be worse than me. That's what sucks about that. All you can do is try to understand and try to listen, stuff like that. All right, I'll see you, alien anti-nihilist. I'll catch you, man. Yeah, money's a tool. Yep. Some people are not wise with their money a lot of times. Yep. I'll agree, man. Yeah, it does feel evil, man, in this world. No, I don't think so. I think he has a channel, but I don't think he posts on YouTube anymore. I think he has a Rumble. I'm pretty sure. Be nice to see him on YouTube post some videos. He had a lot of videos that I liked, and I think it was underrated. So that's why I gotta be careful what kind of videos I talk about on here, because you know how YouTube is. I'm thinking about doing a Rumble though again. I do have there's some of my old videos from my old channel in there. I may post certain videos on there that I can't do on YouTube. So, man, it's just so windy out here, man. Uh, Sometimes you don't realize how the weather can affect you. It can really mess you up mentally. Yeah, I feel you, man. There's times where I can't handle this crap either. Hopefully it gets better for you, Revise. Hopefully it gets better for you. Fucking back itching. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna go live too long tonight. I want to try to get some sleep at some point. Yeah, right. How is it even real? How'd you even get here? Out of billions of sperm, right? Kind of like that. Yeah, yep. Trying to be materialistic and be superficial with the money that they're robbing. Yeah, that is a lot of people. Guys like pickpocketers, for example, in Europe, huge problem over there, and they're stealing tourist money and they're flashing all this money and the things they buy in front of people when it's stolen. I was watching a Kurt Casby. I don't know if you guys ever watch that guy, but he's starting to make content to catch these pickpocketers, and he caught a girl stealing, and guess what she was doing? She was smoking a cigarette. She was smoking a cigarette while pregnant. Man, it's messed up. And he called her out on it and shit. And she's stealing all kinds of money and making money off that stuff. And they get away with it. Cross country skiing. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I've done snowboarding before. Maybe I'll snowboard on this little mountain that's near my place. Yeah, they wanted to buy shoes, right? Something trivial, right? Something. Yeah, he was chasing the pickpocketers. Yeah, you saw that one, right? I saw that last night. He was really going after them. He hates those people. Yeah, I like Kirk Has. He's real, that dude. He doesn't like all the identity politics that's going on, pretty much. Yeah, I like how he goes and just doesn't care. Yeah, he doesn't fear it. I mean, him going to South America like that is insane, especially in Cali, uh, like that area near Colombia is something. Yeah, he does. Yeah, I like watching those videos. It's entertaining. Wonder if he ever go to the U.S. and go to their ghettos. I don't know. Yeah, he's South African, I think, or something. Yeah, I think he's got one of the best YouTube channels out there. Kurt Kaz. Yeah, it's all about too much hedonism, right? You think people would steal the money to take care of their children, do the right thing, but they'll do that, right? Yep, I agree with that, man. A lot of people don't want to admit that, though, with those type of people. The human condition, man. That's the human body's and the mind is something else. Um, Proud or regretful? I feel like there's a lot of them that do feel proud to be in prison. They feel like a tough guy for doing what they're doing when they actually hurt others, you know. But I guess there is ones that do regret it, I guess. You want to visit San Diego? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been there. I was there 2 years ago. Uh, I was trying out the nightlife there. It was pretty decent. I wasn't there that long though. I kind of had a. It was kind of like not a good time there either. I was feeling kind of depressed when I was there too. Yeah, a lot of fun spending the money. Yep. Bald and bankrupt. What's that about? That channel. Oh, he's in prison? I didn't know that. I didn't know Sean Kingston was in prison. What did he steal? What do I do? I mean, I just got laid off from my landscape job, but I actually quit because it was toxic. But I'm pretty sure they would have laid me off because there's not that much work. So right now, I'm just doing gig apps like the DoorDash and Lyft. I'm doing this temp job for the weekend. And hopefully, after December, I find some full time job. You know, depressed, depressed in San Diego. I mean, I was very manic when I was doing those things, and I just had mixed episodes and stuff. Uh, it was just from my bipolar, you know. That kind of led me to like travel a lot and spend all my money, and I ended up in Philly, if you remember. I mean, there was some good times in San Diego, though. I had an incident where I was smoking a cigarette, and I was smoking with a homeless guy at first, talking to him. It was cool, and then there was this trans girl that came over, and uh, I didn't mind talking to the person. You know, it was friendly, but the the trans was basically asking personal like questions and trying to figure out where do you live, what do you do, and stuff. And I just felt some type of way, and all of a sudden, like I went to back to my motel, and all of a sudden I heard the person knocking my door. And I was freaking out a little bit. It was making me feel weird, and then I went to a higher class hotel, and I had to move out of there. That area was kind of sketchy too, where I stayed at the time. Stole jewelry. Yeah, some piece of rock, right? Humans say that is valuable over something like that, you know? He's like just like Kurt Kaz. I think I might have heard of him. He got like a beard and glasses and stuff. I think I heard of him before, actually. What's up, Bray? He got diddied, I guess. And those accusations and allegations, yeah. Yeah. Learned video editing. That make good income or something? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, delete numbers that you don't like, right? And people that were toxic. Yeah, I went to Spain. I when I went to San Diego a week later, I went to Spain. Feels like a touchdown off the plane. Yeah, I guess it feels that way. It's in high demand. Maybe I'll get into it. Yeah, I liked Spain though. I had a good time there. The only thing problem was I forgot my bipolar medication. My mania got even worse over there. I just got drunk all the time and hung out with all kinds of people from different countries and shit. I went to bar crawls. I just interacted with a lot of people there. It was pretty cool. I'd like to go there again. I was saying the hostel was cool. I guess the funny part was there was a German guy that brought in an Argentinian girl. Everyone was fucking falling asleep, and he he brought her up and ate the shit out of her. Like my bunk bed was like rocking like a boat and shit. And everyone was hearing what was going on, you know. It was kind of disturbing in a way, but it was kind of funny at the same time. So feels terrible. How come it feels terrible? That's not good. All right, yeah, I'll do a video on that, man. Yeah, it sounds like a good one. Yeah, I was trying to sleep and the bunk bed was rocking like a boat, you know? And then when everything was over, everyone was telling that guy, like, we all heard you, but it was okay, type of thing. Uh, yeah, I used to talk to that German guy too. He was pretty cool, I guess. Uh, all right, yeah, I'll talk about it, man. I'll talk about how it was as a child and teenager and adult. It sounds like a good video. Maybe like some. I'm gonna do more like story time stuff too about things. Yeah, I understand. That's kind of how I felt with people from my high school. I wanted to fit in so much, and it was a hard time to let them go, because I didn't want to feel lonely in a way, right? So, yeah, energy and body language, tone of voice. Yeah, that's the struggle with autism. It's hard to read other people's tone of voice and body language and stuff at times. But I guess over time, like you see patterns, you start to look up things on people's tone of voice and body language and stuff like that. You can get a little better at it, you know, over time. Yeah, that was basically what they were saying to the German dude, you know. Yeah. Oh, no problem, Jeff. I appreciate it. It's good that it feels therapeutic to you, though. Yeah, yep. He was trying to keep that shit quiet, but he wasn't quiet at all. Yeah, it was funny as shit. Yeah, those hostels are something else, especially in Europe. I think they're more fun than. So I stay in a hostel in LA. LA one was kind of boring, you know. The hostels are more cheaper than the hotels. I guess that's another way to kind of talk to people too in a hostel, you know. Especially if you're going to a place like that, people are more willing to talk to you. Yeah, you can predict better what people are thinking. Yeah, I guess over time, yeah, you can start to understand it more and pick it up better. Yeah, yeah. I guess another thing is that they don't mind people's like boundaries and in their own time when they're doing that. Bag with animals. Yeah, I mean it's possible. Like if you have a hard time expressing with your facial expressions and your tone of voice, it could be autism, man. If you had a hard time interacting with people throughout the years, then it is possible. Yeah, yep. Just that's another one. It's kind of like my one roommate in Philly. I don't know if you remember this race when I was talking on the Discord, but my roommate would f the shit out of his girl, even though the walls weren't soundproof, and he would try to turn up the music, trying to make it sound like he wasn't doing that, but I could clearly hear the fucking noises, you know. So Yeah, people do gaslight a lot. Yep, they try to make you feel like you're the bad guy constantly. Yeah, they contradict themselves. Yep, a lot of them. Yeah, let's hope we make it to get through this life. You know. Yeah, when they think your tone of voice is disrespect. Yeah, that could be autism, man. When you're not intending to. It's just how your tone is. Like that's my tone is monotone a lot of the times. And when people like talk to me, like say, uh, I'm like trying to tell a joke to somebody, people may not understand because of my tone of voice, you know. Or like if I'm joking a lot, people don't understand if I'm serious. That's what sucks about that. Nah, it's okay, man. Yeah, it's yeah, monotone voice. It's like a flat. You feel flat, kind of like it's not hard to adjust the volume, but sometimes it's you don't realize it. Like if you're too loud or you're speaking too softly, or it's something like that. You know, it affects how you socialize. Yeah, it is unfair, man. You don't deserve those hardships that you went through. Trauma, being homeless, dealing with your dad that's abusive physically and emotionally. That's pathetic, man. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. It's like what you're saying. Like he only cares about what's convenient. Yeah, but the thing is, I guess now you have more money, you can stay away from them, and you can do the things you want to do and try to recover as much as possible. You know, you're gonna go for a little walk. Yeah, I'll be nice, man. Sometimes it's good to walk at night. Yeah, Phoenix is at the top of my destination list. Yeah, I am gonna know. I know that it's gonna be a little more expensive than here, which we're gonna prepare for. Say if I move down there, uh, obviously it can be very hot, but I'd rather take the warm than the cold. You know, there's more things to do uh, and stuff like that. But it is on the top of my list. But I am thinking about other places like Texas, like pretty much like San Antonio or Houston, Dallas. Uh, I guess another one is North Carolina. That's another one. Florida, I guess. I guess Seattle, but the thing is, it could be expensive. I'd do more research on that more. I guess if I did live somewhere cold, I would live in Ohio because of the cost of living and there's stuff to do over there, you know? So, yeah. Well, F your dad, man. That's pathetic. Stupid. How, like, he has a kid and doesn't want to take care of him. Yeah, your parents disowned you and then allow you to try to build yourself up with your income. Where is that at, race? Yeah, yeah. When you're say like your parents see you not be able to be like an athlete, for example, and they disown you, which is pathetic. You know? Yeah. Well, that's pathetic, man. You can't expect your kid to be some sort of person, you know? Not every kid's into those things as well, you know? You're new here? Well, welcome, man. I mean, you can watch my channel if you want to. I talk about many things. Like, I talk about why it's selfish to have kids, and I list all the reasons what the kids can go through. I talk about black pill things. I talk about issues that no one talks about. Uh, I guess I talk about my life in a way. I do video requests for people. if you have a request, I just make sure it's not something that will make my channel go deleted. So, slightly southeast of Sacramento, California. What's over there? I feel like it might be too expensive for me to live in California, though. I mean, I could. I guess I could live in a place like that if I had roommates, or if I get lucky and found like a cheap apartment that's safe. But so it's a national park. Probably got a lot of nature there, right, or something. Go visit. Hmm. Yeah, I'll look at it tomorrow if I'm bored or something. See what it looks like online. I always kind of wanted to see Yellowstone. That seemed like a cool place to see, like fill with nature and stuff like that. Skydiving? Nah, I don't think I would ever do that. I think I do like adrenaline stuff, but I don't think I would ever do that. I'm more of like a person that likes to do cliff jumping, like jumping into the water. I like that type of stuff. I don't think I have the balls to skydive. But I wingsuit, yeah. Oh man, that seems pretty cool. Jumping from big heights and just feel like you're a bird or something. Kind of cool. Yasmin is the shit. Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, it seems like a good tourist spot or something. Choosing to have kids. I mean, I think choosing to have kids is selfish no matter what time period, because they never consider what the kid will go through. Like the kid can be born, may not have a good life, you know. And yeah, there is a lot of world problems out there that people seem to ignore, and people rather just have kids because they want to leave on a legacy and they want to virtue signal how good of a parent they are. And yeah, I guess there is decent parents, but there's a lot of parents out there that are not good. They don't treat their kids right. Fly around with parachute. Yeah, it seems pretty cool though too. So, you think similar? Well, I guess you may like my channel then, man. I mean, I had an old channel that I got rid of. I used to be an anti-nihilist YouTuber. I talked about all kinds of things on there. And we're gonna do the same thing again on this channel, but I don't consider myself an anti-nihilist no more. So, yeah, because there's a lot of things that the kid can go through in this life that may not be good and may not be able to overcome and may not have a success story. And that's what I'm gonna do with this channel too. I'm gonna list all the things I can think of, what the kid can go through and stuff. You gotta get a hunting license. Yeah. Oh, that seems pretty cool, man. Can you can get some venison out of that too. pretty good meat too. Yeah, eating too much processed foods can make you feel worse. I try not to eat too much of that. That's why I try to cook more. And obviously, when I cook more, I save a little bit more money than buying takeout constantly. Yeah, yep. They give you all these expectations, but they don't want to give you the support. It's like make that make sense for these parents. The solid job market. Well, that's a good thing. That's a pro that I like. I don't want to move somewhere where the job market isn't good. I feel like if I'm doing landscaping, for example, I think that's a good place for me to do it at. Arizona. I feel like I would be working all year round, possibly over there. Yeah, my dad used to not used to. He would invite people to hunt deer in my backyard, and we would have venison, like scrapple, like deer steak and stuff. So yeah, it's not easy. You can't just ignore things and just make things happen. There's a lot of times you ignore stuff and it makes you feel worse, and there could be a chance where you can't make things happen. You know, one regret. Yeah, I can do a video on that, I guess. Yeah, that sucks that you had a bad childhood, Lawrence. You don't deserve it or ask for it because a bad childhood can affect your adulthood in a lot of ways. And if your things are ignored, it's not addressed, then life will just be more difficult and it can be more of a struggle. And uh, you can lead to a self destructive path and it can make you feel worse, you know. And that's why parents shouldn't abuse their kids because that happens to their kids and they're not all going to be success stories, you know? That's the brutal truth, and a lot of these people don't want to admit it. You're at the gym? Nice. You said you were doing chest yesterday. What are you doing today? Yeah, they're envious and jealous. That means you got to cut them out. They're like that, man. F those people. Yeah, I hate the fact that everything is terrible in ways too. Especially like people that I'll never understand, never be in their shoes. Like, I don't even know what to say to them when they're going through something, you know, that could be worse than mine, you know. All right, I'll see a couple of beers. Nice talking to you, man. Back workouts. There you go. Nice, man. Doing like deadlift and like machines and stuff. Your peers. Like people in school or something. Oh yeah, in school, I guess. Yeah, a lot of people in school that are bullies and they wanna be abusive. They wanna harass you. And I was bullied a lot in school, man. It still affects me in a way. Don't deserve that at all. Yeah, when you have the money, you can get away from those people easier. Yeah, that's good, man. You can do what you want to do, you know. Yeah, that's what sucks about that, man. Yeah, you trying to work your ass off just to try to not work anymore or something. Not easy though. Definitely not an easy thing to do. Probably a lot of discipline or something, a lot of luck, and uh, you're able to like budget your money and used it to invest it on things that would help you out. Trade instead of work. Yeah, you need to have a decent amount of money to trade than work, but yeah, I agree. I'd rather trade than work, that's for sure. On like cryptos or stocks or something. Yeah, I mean that's a good thing, man. I mean I think it's luck in a way, but I'm not hating on like you making a lot of money though. I think that's a good thing. I think it does stem with some luck too, you know? Like so you may get close to being rich and it may like say you may get a health problem that is making your life worse and you could get cancer or something, you know? Yeah, it's like it's that's like a less likely chance at your age, I guess, but it can happen, you know, and certain things can just not go your way too, you know. But I mean, I think you did work hard for your money, and I believe you, you know. That's good. Stay away from crypto, trade energy companies. What energy companies is that? Yeah, yep, that is true. Yep, I guess that's kind of like me. I did travel a decent amount. I drank in college and stuff, and I do have a low bank account. I guess all I have is the memories, though. I guess that's me. I guess. What's that? Race? Is that like a fruit or something? That's good, man. That's a big leap. That's good, man. Invest in the energy companies and made some smart moves, and that's good, man. Made some good money without working like a labor job, for example. That's good, man. Oh, are they more like a dessert or something? The sugar crusted pecans? Thanks, Train Man. I appreciate it. I don't believe in that stuff either. I also don't believe in God and Jesus. Thank you, man. 10 out of 10. Send it to South Dakota. I'll eat some. Would have made a lot more. Yeah, but I feel you have the knowledge now. Like, you can probably make even more now, right? Or something? Yeah, yep. Some people are irresponsible with their money, right? They don't have self-control and they are not cautious with their fun, you know? That's what happens. Like there's nothing wrong with having fun, right? I think it should be used as a reward, you know. Still learning. Yeah, that's good, man. I guess the more you learn about it, the more opportunities you'll have to make money and make good decisions, you know. Hmm. Damn, that sounds pretty good, man. Sounds like a good snack or something. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. It's like 1:30 or something. Future predetermined. Is that what you're trying to say? If that's what you're trying to say, I mean, yeah, I guess in certain things, like you're gonna die, you know, that's predetermined. Your genetics that are given to you are predetermined. Stuff like that. I do think life is determined, though. I don't believe in free will. So, yeah, yep. That's how it is. That analogy. What's Bondi attack? And yeah, I'm all right. I'm phone is at 11. Huh. Oh shit! A police chase and the car hit an apartment building. Damn, that's not good. People should be not living in that apartment then. That's crazy, man. Never fixed it. Yeah, that's where your tax dollars are not going towards that, I guess, right? That's where it should be going. No, these politicians are putting in their pockets. Yeah, I like the early SpongeBob episodes. They were better than the new ones. That's for sure. Can we change our future? Yeah, I guess ones that you're capable of changing, right? I guess like trying to increase your income if you're capable of doing that, or um, I guess like if you're trying to lose weight, for example, like you can change your eating habits and stuff like that, or uh, but there's certain things that you can't change in life though. Like if you're diagnosed with autism or like a learning disability, uh, or say like a mental illness or some hereditary disease or a birth defect, that's something you can't change. That stays with you forever, unfortunately. Um, Another thing you can't change is like how your life will turn out. Your life is your life, and you're gonna die a certain way. So, and all those things, like I said, that people are willing to change is not easy though. Like losing weight or getting an income. And that's the thing. Certain things can make you incapable of increasing your income. Also, making it unfair in a way. Going to a stadium, yeah, it's like their priorities are wrong, man. Going towards sports too much. Yeah, they need to fix that apartment. People are living there, and imagine if that collapsed. Like, people are gonna sue like the person that owns the apartment. Yeah, I feel old too. I'm 31, so I remember like those SpongeBob episodes like they were yesterday. Yeah, it came out in '97. Yep, 30 years basically. Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you're capable of trying to increase your income, then you can. But there's people that are incapable because of bad luck or something, like health problems or what they're born with that isn't mild. It's like severe to the point where they can't do it. So money's just a number. Yeah, it's a tool though. The humans made up, and I guess since like there's people that are manipulating the system, that people are the problem with the system, not the system itself. It seems like the people that run it, the people that like the politicians and all them use their money for themselves and not use it for the people and making bad decisions. Yeah, it's all that to me is determined. Yep, me doing a live stream is determined. Like me saying this right now is determined because I didn't choose that. I thought of that in my head before I made that decision. Yeah, and I think making decisions and stuff is uh, very complicated, and I don't think it's something that a human can understand. Just saying that there's free will, it just sounds silly to me a lot of times. Yeah, that's good, man. You don't want to. You don't want to work at a job and deal with toxic coworkers and a boss, working for something that barely gets you by. Yeah, you don't want that, man. Yeah, how to drive a car. Yeah, that's a life skill that every parent should teach because, especially in America, you need a car to get to places. You need a car to get to a job. You need a car to do things that you like to do or something. You need the car to get your basic needs. That's very important. We're not in the fucking 1500s. Yeah, certain things that you can't change, like you can't change the world. People keep bringing kids in the world, be creating new problems, and it can impact the world where you can't stop it. Sometimes it's just best for just to complain about it, things that you can't change. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if there's something humans can put in the effort in, people should, but there's certain things that you can't change that has no solution. I think a lot of humans have an ego, and they they feel like everything has a solution when not everything does. Like, yeah, work hard, try, but you know, why is it? Many reasons. I mean, the economy in the U.S. If you're talking about this country, feminism. Uh, People are educated more on sex. There's less teenage pregnancies in the U.S. now. More contraceptives here. Uh, I guess more men are not getting married and settling down and having kids with a woman because of divorce. They can lose everything. And there's women that feel like they don't need a man. They can live independently and they don't need to have kids. There's people that are child free. There's people that are anti-natalist or something. Uh, Technology is another one. The smartphones. People are more informed than ever now. So the more informed, there's a chance that people may not have children. Yeah, it does change how we interact with another. I think it's a good and bad thing though. So it means we're not responsible for failure and success. Um, I guess if it's like something that you made a decision that made it worse, then I guess. But I guess like especially if you have another life that you have to take care of, then yeah, maybe be responsible for it. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of look up stuff online, so I'm not like a super smart guy. Stuff that like I'm interested in. Yeah, everything is relied on social media. Yeah, I agree, race. Yep. It's not good for those things. So, one more cig and probably into bed and another day, I guess. Yeah, I can't imagine that either, man. Going to jail. I could have been in jail a couple times, though. The ironic part, but I don't want to. More social. Yeah, imagine that, right? Then that would fix the loneliness problem and stuff like that. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, good looking dude will life will be a little more easier, but the Chad will get more hate and unnecessary jealousy because of his genetics. Yeah, catch people like Pokemon. Yeah, with the Tinder. You might head to bed. Okay, man. Yeah, I might head to bed soon too. Me interacting with like my dad and getting in fights with him, and there was jobs where my bipolar was acting up, and people were trying to put me down at the job, and I got in verbal fights, and I said some hateful things. Those were some bad times, and I wasn't regulating my emotions right. I wasn't taking my medication. And obviously, it's no excuse for my behavior. So that those were like some times where I could have been to jail. I was in handcuffs before too, like fighting my dad and stuff. Used them in battles. Hmm. Yeah, it sucks. Yep. I think it's because like I had a hard with my autism and like being bullied in school and trauma like made it harder for me to like regulate my emotions to say what's wrong, and I would suppress what was bothering me, and these people would try to instigate me and try to see me react, and they would always win, because I was like an easy target. Yeah, I could see your comments, man. So no, I'm not seeing those comments. Probably YouTube's doing something. That's why I kind of feel some weird way when I work, because like when there's like hostile coworkers and stuff, it gives me like some bad memories, and I just kind of shut down. So I don't want to get to that point. Yeah, never won. Yeah, but I guess you could learn from it. You can try to like when you encounter those type of people again, which may happen. Like you find better ways to handle it now. Hmm. Yeah, and I mean, like I don't excuse for my behavior as well. So I mean, I remember when I was at the cemetery, my supervisor called me a retard for not getting something on how to put the casket in the wall and trying to put the cover on. And it made me upset. I cried at home, and I wasn't really expressing how I felt, because my autism, and I just didn't really trust anybody. So I just had that when my electric bike wasn't working, getting to work. It just made me stress out, and I had those intrusive thoughts of that boss. I wanted to beat the shit out of him. And when I got mad, I just fucking yelled and screamed, and uh, people that I worked with were silent. They didn't think I would get that angry, and he was about to call the cops on me and shit. But I just left and quit the job. Those were some hard times. When I, right after quitting that cemetery job, I had a hard time keeping jobs after that because I wasn't taking my medication. I wasn't able to think right. Like that was when I worked at Amazon. I worked at a warehouse. Couldn't even keep it. And I've worked. I worked at a like an apartment complex. I could have been a maintenance technician. I I quit out of like anger because the guy told us to leave. I was at the gym. And he told us to come back. be on call, and I didn't like that, you know. So I'm used to like routine, and I kind of quit from that. And that's when I started my channel and stuff. So that, yeah, hopefully I don't. I mean, that's why I'm trying to educate myself on my triggers and my autism and bipolar. So when an incident comes like that again, I know how to treat it. You know, so I, that's why I had a hard time like keeping a job. You know, it's either out of anger or something, or straight up depression. You know, I was almost like that when I was at the construction job because there was a guy that was pissing me off, and I said something to him I didn't like, but it's good I left that job. You know. Yeah, not easy being a NEET though. Not easy. I like to be on disability, but it takes too long to get, and it's not. You'll get rejected a lot, you know. If you keep appealing, it's a long process, and it's. I was trying to convince my dad, but my dad didn't seem to listen to me. He just thinks I'm lazy. He just thinks people that are on that are lazy, and that's just not true, you know. So that's why I was trying to tell him this year because I have my moods just can't handle shit, and he didn't believe me and just kind of made me mad. You know how he didn't want to listen to me. You know. Yeah, it is easier said than done being a NEET. That's the truth. You know, for a lot of people, you just hope that you just get a job that is tolerable, and even if it's toxic, it's not affecting you as much. You know, kind of like that landscape job I had, but over time it became toxic in a way. And it was slowing down, so it was the best time to leave. I just hope when like the second half of me living here, I can just get a job I could tolerate and I can save my money and just move. You know, I just hope that I'm able to do that. I'm trying my best. You know, so going on a 10 mile walk. That's gonna be a lot, man. 10 mile walk. I ran 10 miles in an hour and a half. So if you did that, you'd probably be like 3 hours. But that's it. My phone's gonna die, so I'll catch you guys later. Maybe I'll do a live stream on my other phone.